Hey folks, this is Brian with Survival on Purpose. Today I want to talk to you about a essential item I think everybody should have when they're in the woods, and especially your children. And this is what I would consider an EDC item, which stands for everyday carry, if you don't know, which is something you should have with you on your person at all times when you're in the woods, and that is a whistle. Now I know, okay, so whistle, great, no big deal, right? This one happens to be a Fox 40 Micro, and it's 110 decibels. It is a P-less whistle, which means that there's no little ball in it to get frozen up or swell up or damaged if it's wet or whatever, anything. So it'll work if it's wet, it'll work whatever. Thinking 110 decibels is pretty loud. You can probably hear it about a mile away. And before I explain a little bit more about this, I want to tell you a story about why this was brought startlingly clear to me, crystal clear, why it's important. About 4 or 5 years ago, my family and I went on a vacation to the Smoky Mountains. And we were at a place called Clingman's Dome, which is the highest point in the Smoky Mountains. And while we were there, there's a great big crowd of people up there, so we see what's going on, you know. And it turned out the Appalachian Trail crosses the road right there. Well, they were looking for a little lost boy, and he, I don't know that he spoke English. His parents were not from this country, so they were from an Asian country of some kind. I'm not sure where, but they didn't. The point is, they weren't from here, so I'm not sure that English was their native language or even a language at all. So he may not have understood if somebody was calling him or whatever. But the kid was like 7, 8 years old, and he's lost. And he had gotten separated from ran ahead of his dad on the trail and took a side road, you know, took a split in the trail and went that way, and his dad went the other way and didn't know where he was. So they're all freaking out looking for this kid and hollering. We had people hiking up down the trails looking for him. And long story short, we actually, you know, said a prayer with the family and left, and you know, prayed about it a little more on the way home and stuff, and back to our room. And it turned out later that night, like 6 or 7 hours later now, this kid was turned up, I guess, in Bryson City, which is, gosh, man, it's, you know, 7, 8 miles away, probably down the trail. It's a long way for a 6 or 7 year old, 8 year old kid to walk. And which was a great ending to the story. But the point is, had he had a whistle, and had his dad had a whistle, then maybe they could have got their attention. If they had a whistle and they'd worked out beforehand that if you get in trouble, you blow this whistle 3 times, then maybe somebody could hear him. Because the point is, you can yell, right? I'm help, or whatever, but A, this whistle will carry much further than your voice, especially than a kid's voice. And B, if you start yelling enough, your voice is going to give out. So whistle, extremely important thing. This is like, you know, I keep holding this pad up, I got my notes on it. This is like, you know, $4, and the chain's like maybe $2 or $3. So, you know, $7 could save you or your kid's life. It's a great signaling device, and it really could rescue you. Now, I've actually added to mine one other thing, which is this is an, what do you call this thing? It's a, I got a note on that one too. I'm trying to get the brand. It's Inova. So it's Inova, little LED light, and this thing was like $6.95 on Amazon. It is, so I just clip it on there, hanging around my kid's neck. If it gets dark on them or whatever, they got a light, so they're, you know, if nothing else, it's comfortable. But it's really a very bright light. This thing has a recessed bulb, so it won't get damaged or broken off. It also helps shroud the bulb, so it focuses the light more. It is, I'm reading the notes here. It's a lifetime LED. It's got a little clip on it to clip it on to whatever you want to clip it on. It's visible up to a mile. It takes 2 2016 little lithium batteries that go right in here, so you can find those in any drugstore. There's nothing special about them. There's 3 modes. There's a bright mode. Let's get closer. A bright mode, a dim, and a flashing mode. So it's really 1, 2, 3. So, and then it's made out of polycarbonate. It's only 0.36 ounces. This thing doesn't even weigh an ounce, a third of an ounce. And the battery's good for up to like 22 hours, so of constant use on low. So there you go. That's my, and so if you add all that up, you got about $14 maybe top end. $14 to save your life, save your kid's life. There you have it. My absolutely 2 critical items you're going to have if you just go for even a walk in the woods. So hope this has been helpful. Really could save your kid's life. I'll let you know I appreciate you watching the videos. Appreciate you subscribing to my channel, giving it the old thumbs up if you like it, letting your friends know about it. And just thank you, thank you, thank you. This is Brian with Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival is not an accident. See you next time.